Hello, guys. It's me, a seeker of truth here. Today, this video is about how God formed the first man. So, I'm going to read the book of Genesis and I'm going to show how it all began. So, let me start from the beginning. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. So, we see this being named God. God is basically a being who created the world, including the earth. The earth was without form and void, and darkness was upon the face of the deep, and the Spirit of God was moving over the face of the waters. So God's Spirit was moving over the face of the water, so it's His Spirit. Okay, and God said, "Let there be light," and there was light. So this being named God, he's speaking these things into existence. He said, "Let there be light," and then light appears. So he's speaking with his words. So he's speaking. He didn't use a magic wand. He's not a magic man in the sky. He's not an old man. He spoke things into existence. And God was good. And God separated the light from the darkness. God called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And there was evening and there was morning one day. And God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it be separate from the waters." And God made the firmament and separated the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. And God called the firmament heaven. And there was evening, and there was morning, a second day. And God said, "Let the waters under the heavens be gathered together into one place, and let the dry land appear." And it was so. God called the dry land earth, and the waters that were gathered together called seas. And God saw that it was good. And God said, "And let the earth put forth vegetation, plants yielding seed, and fruit trees bearing fruit, in which there is seed, each according to its kind, upon the earth." And it was so. The earth was brought forth vegetation, plants yielding seed, according to their own kinds, and trees bearing fruit, in which is their seed, each according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was morning, a third day. And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to separate the day from night, and let for days and years, and let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth." And it was so. And God made two great lights, and the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also, and God set them in the firmament of the heavens to give light upon the earth, to rule over the day and over the night, and to separate the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good. And there was evening, and there was a morning, a fourth day. And God said, "Let the waters bring forth swarms of living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the firmament of the heavens." So God created the great sea monsters and every living creature that moves, with which the waters swarm, according to their kinds, and every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. And God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful, and multiply, and fill the waters in the seas, and let birds multiply on the earth." And there was evening, and there was morning, a fifth day. And God said, "Let the earth bring forth living creatures according to their kinds, cattle, and creeping things, and beasts of the earth, according to their kinds." And it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, and it was so. And God made the beasts of the earth according to their kinds, and the cattle according to their kinds, and everything that creeps upon the ground according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. Then God said, "Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, over the birds of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creeps upon the earth. So God created man in his own image. In the image of God, he created them. Male and female, he created them. And God blessed them. And God said to them, be fruitful and multiply, and fill the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the birds of the air, and over every living thing that moves upon the earth. And God said, behold, I have given you every plant yielding seed which is upon the face of all the earth, and every tree with seed in its fruit. You shall have them for food, and to every beast of the earth, and to every bird of the air, and to everything that creeps upon the earth, everything that has a breath of life, I have given every green plant for food. And it was so. And God saw everything that he had made, and behold, it was very good. And there was an evening, and there was morning, a sixth day. Genesis chapter 2. Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God finished his work which he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all his work which he had done in creation. So it's not literal rest. God never sleeps. And also, the us, he was addressing his divine counsel. And so we all know that God is a singular being. The word God is plural. But however, the word is used to refer to a singular deity. The reason why God said us is because he's addressing his council. He's addressing to his council that he's about to create. So they're witnessing him creating. That's why God said that. Other interpretations say it's the plural of majesty. Keys can use us or our to refer to the state or something else. So, as I was saying, so God finished all of his work which he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had done. So God blessed the seventh day and hallowed it. So since he blessed the seventh day, that later became the Sabbath and hallowed it, because on it God rested from all his work which he had done in creation. These are the generations of the heavens and the earth when they were created. In the day that the Lord God made the earth and the heavens, when no plant of the field was yet in the earth, and no herb of the field had yet sprung up, for the Lord God had not caused it to rain upon the earth, and there was no man to till the ground. But a mist went up to earth, and watered the whole face of the ground. Then the Lord God formed man and of dust from the ground, and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and man became a living being. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden, in the east, and there he put the man whom he had formed. And out of the ground the Lord or God made to grow every tree that is pleasant to the sight and good for food. The tree of life also in the midst of the garden, and the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became four rivers. Wow. So God formed man out of the dust of the ground. So he created Adam. So the first man, Adam, became a living soul. So not only that, God created the trees. He created the tree of life, and he also created the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. A river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and there it divided and became four rivers. And the name of the first is Pishon. It is the one which flows around the whole land of Havalia, where there is gold, and the gold of the land is good. Beldaean and Ointstone were there. And the name of the second river is Gihon. It is the one which flows around the land. around the whole land of Cush. And the name of the third river is Tigris, which flows east of Assyria, and the fourth river, which is Euphrates. My fault. The Lord God took the man and put him in the Garden of Eden to till it and keep it. And the Lord God commanded the man, saying, You may freely eat of every tree in the garden, but of the tree of knowledge of good and evil you shall not eat, for in the day that you eat of it, you shall die. So, what God is saying here is, if they eat from the tree of knowledge of good and evil, they will die, meaning that they're going to become mortal. So, they're not going to die right away. He means that once they eat it, they're going to be mortal, and they're going to face death. That the Lord God said, It is not good that the man should be alone. I will make him a helper fit for him. This is where God makes the woman. So out of the ground, the Lord God formed every beast of the field and every bird of the air, and brought them to the man to see what he would call them. And whatever the man called every creature, that was its name. The man gave names to all the cattle, and to the birds of the air, and to every beast of the field. But for the man, there was not found a helper fit for him. So the Lord God caused a deep sleep to fall upon the man. So he put the man into the deep sleep so he could create the woman. So the first man, Adam, became a living soul. And God breathed life into him. So God is giving the man a helper who is a woman. So the Lord God caused the deep sleep to fall upon the man while he slept, took one of his ribs and closed up his place with flesh. And the rib which the Lord or God had taken from the man, he made into a woman and brought her to the man. Then the man said, This at last is the bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh. She shall be called woman, because she was taken out of man. Therefore, a man leaves his father and his mother cleaves to his wife, and they become one flesh. And the man and his wife were both naked and were not ashamed. That's that, guys. I'll see you guys in the fall that changed everything. I'm looking forward to making more videos like this. I might make that one about Cain and Abel. Sorry about that other video before. I messed up. I was called by my mother, so I had to end it. But hey, this is how God formed the first man. So now, in the next video, I'm going to talk about the fall of man. I'll see you guys later. Peace out.